Hello there, everybody. This is Mel Allen. After 26 weeks of baseball, it's time to take a look at some award-winning efforts. Yanks and Red Sox, the most exciting race of the season. The Philadelphia Phillies, a most daring finish. George Foster and other top sluggers. Rod Carew and baseball's best hitters. The top defensive plays of the year at every position. And a howl for the foul for all seasons. Coming up next on This Week in Baseball. This is Boston's jam-packed Fenway Park on October 2nd, 1978, and Fenway Park 30 years earlier, in 1948, when fans watched shortstop Lou Boudreau crack 2 homers for the Cleveland Indians against the Boston Red Sox in the only playoff game in American League history until this year. Cleveland won the pennant that day 8-3, and went on to beat the Boston Braves in a 6-game World Series. Now it was Fenway Park again that staged the second playoff. The Boston Red Sox against the New York Yankees. Both teams tied at season's end. Game number 163. Yankee President Al Rosen and principal owner George Steinbrenner watched along with Boston fans and a nation of television viewers. Mike Torres, who pitched the big ones for New York last season, pitched this one for Boston. Inning by inning, he put the Yankees down without a run. Ron Guidry, the best pitcher in baseball this season, got the Yankee call. And though he didn't have his real good fastball, appeared equal to the task. And then up came Boston's great veteran Carl Yastrzemski. Bottom of the second, 0-0. Just inside the foul pole for a home run. A storybook beginning. Fenway Park erupts. Yastrzemski, the man all Boston fans wanted to see play in another World Series, does his best to get them there by giving them an early lead. As the game unfolds, every play is magnified. Roy White avoids getting hit by the ball, but shortstop Rick Burleson makes an alert play, and White is out at third. Meanwhile, Boston led 2-0. 6th inning, Fred Lynn at bat, 2 on, 2 out. Looks like more runs, but Lou Piniella makes the catch despite a blinding sun. Suddenly, a new ball game emerges. It's the top of the 7th, 2 on, 2 out. The batter, Bucky Dent. The foul ball off Dent's foot turned out to be a strange stroke of fortune for New York. While everyone waited, Mickey Rivers had the bat boy give Dent a new bat. One Rivers claimed had a lot of hits in it. Was it superstition or just a routine case of clairvoyance? There it is, a high fly going to left field, going, and it is gone. A 3-run homer. As Lou Boudreau had done at Fenway 30 years earlier. Another shortstop had struck the big playoff blow in 1978. It was only Bucky Dent's 5th homer all year. He bats 9th in the lineup, but this time he left a lasting impression. One inning later, Reggie Jackson decided it was his turn. Going, it is gone. The Yankees now held a 5-2 lead. It appeared the Red Sox were gone. But far from it, Boston simply refused to die. Manager Don Zimmer's men were much alive in the bottom of the eighth, rallied for 2 runs off reliever Rich Gossage. This hit by Fred Lynn narrowed the Yankee lead to 5-4. Fenway Park was a madhouse, but the Yankees still had that 1-run lead in the bottom of the ninth. With 1 out, the batter was Jerry Remy. Rick Burleson at first, and here's the play they'll be talking about. A liner to right. The sun blinds Lou Piniella, but he still manages to keep the ball from getting by. Burleson had to play it safe, stops at second. That became significant when Rice followed with a fly ball that would have scored him from third. Now with 2 away, the tying run at third, everyone prays for mercy and a ticket to Kansas City. Gossage must face Carl Yastrzemski. For Yastrzemski, it had been a great afternoon and a great career. But there'll be no joy in Beantown, for mighty Yaz has popped out. For the Yankees, a jump for joy. They'd come from 14 games back, withstood the Boston pressure, and finally prevailed. The Red Sox finished with the second-best record in the majors, but no postseason competition. The Yankees? Well, how much more tension and drama could possibly lie ahead in the golden month of October? Boston Red Sox slugger Jim Rice this year became the first player in baseball history to lead all major leaguers in both home runs and triples in the same year. But in 1955, both the National and American League home run kings also tied for the league lead in triples. Can you name them? Pittsburgh's Three Rivers Stadium, where the Philadelphia Phillies discovered that strange things happen when you come to play the Pirates. Bottom of the ninth, score tied. Look out now. Ed Ott is safe at third and now comes home with a winning run. 2 wild ninth-inning rallies, a doubleheader sweep, 24 consecutive wins at home, and only 2 games away from a miracle in the National League East. Philadelphia needed only 1 victory to clinch the title, but Pittsburgh wouldn't let go of hope. The Bucks were trailing in the next-to-last game of the season when Willie Stargell flexed his muscles with the bases loaded. Now he's ready. There it goes. Deep to center, and it's gone for a grand slam home run, number 11 in his career. Pennsylvania pennant passion, so contagious that the Phillies also got a case of it. Pitcher Randy Lurch knew he needed runs, so he went shopping on his own. Two home runs in the same game by the same pitcher, and you know you've got problems. It's tough enough dealing with everyday problems, such as the bull, Greg Luzinski. At times, such problems cannot be solved. 2 men on, Luzinski unloads. That puts the Phillies in the driver's seat, and then they really revved up. Bases loaded, Richie Hebner the batter. Watch. 2 runs. And now 3 runs. It had been a shaky year for the Phils, but all is forgotten in a moment like this. The Phillies could almost taste the champagne, but don't pop the cork yet. The Bucks have 3 more outs. Dave Parker and the Pirates have been striking back all year. And the Cobra strikes again. 2 more runs scored. Eternal optimist manager Chuck Tanner still holds the torch of hope. The Pirates need just 2 more runs, but the Phillies just need 1 more out. And they got it. The Phillies win their 3rd straight title. This one was far from easy. 2 great finishes, 1 in the American League East, 1 in the National League East, closing the curtain in the final hours of a marvelous year of baseball. A season that has seen more and more outstanding defensive plays. Here's the creme de la creme at every position. First on the mound, New York's Ron Guidry. Rapid Ron gives the Yankees a 5th infielder. Behind the plate, Boston's Carlton Fisk. Fisk can make them in any direction. First base, the Cubs' Bill Buckner. And Buckner again. Second base, who else but Cleveland's Dwayne Kuiper? Kuiper keepers everywhere. Third base, Yankee wizard Greg Nettles. Padre rookie Ozzie Smith at shortstop. That was with his bare hand and deserves 1 more look. Left field, it could only be Boston's Carl Yastrzemski. Right field, perhaps a surprise, the Mets' Joel Youngblood. Center field, off in flight, Cub Jerry White. How about that? Top flight leather work all around the diamond. A well-deserved round of applause. In 1955, the New York Giants' Willie Mays gave still more proof of his great all-around playing ability, leading the National League in home runs and triples. And in the American League that same season, Mickey Mantle of the New York Yankees also led in homers and triples. 26 weeks of This Week in Baseball. It's been some kind of year. There have been some great moves on the field. And some great plays. course, ball players weren't the only ones making plays on the field this season, posing the perennial question, which came first, the chicken or the chick? Well, it was a long, hot summer of baseball. Some had to take an early shower. Some called timeout, too late. Others just fell out of it altogether. He's gone. Straight to the clubhouse. Probably had a date with a lady reporter. Some managers protested with mock fury. But the truth is, even the bad boys had a great year. Everybody got into the act. Season's end brings up talk about the MVP. Well, how about the San Diego Chicken, most valuable performer? Some thought he'd become a free agent, but you know, he assured San Diego fans he'd never chicken out.
Maybe I realized something and defined my priorities to say, I've got a good thing going here, there's no need to give it up, and I should continue.
Hail to thee, blithe spirit, bird thou never wert. Ah, yes, but a fond fowl. And all hail to those of ball and bat, such as George Foster of the Cincinnati Reds, who led the National League in homers for the second straight year and RBIs for the third straight time. They won no pennant, but the Reds had their moments of glory, specifically Pete Rose. What a year! And at the age of 37. First, it was 3,000 base hits, only the 13th player in history. Then a new National League consecutive game hitting streak record, 44. Pete won the Gillette Special twice this year. Other winners include Padre ace Gaylord Perry, a startling 21-6 record at the age of 40, while surpassing 3,000 career strikeouts, third on the all-time list. And of course, when it comes to pitching, New York's Ron Guidry had one of the finest years ever of any pitcher. All summer long, he brought Yankee Stadium fans to their feet, and with little wonder, a 25-3 record, the best winning percentage by a 20-game winner in the history of baseball. Just spectacular. Hats off to the king of the hill. Louisiana Lightning sure charged him up. In Boston, a smiling Jim Rice was no joke to American League pitchers. His 46 homers, 139 RBIs, and 213 hits were tops in the majors. His 406 total bases were the most in the American League in over 40 years. Dave Parker of Pittsburgh was another awesome ace at bat. While leading the Pirates' late-season charge, his home runs, RBIs, and batting average really soared. He finally finished as the Major League's #1 hitter while winning his second straight batting title. Finally, Rod Carew, baseball's hitter of the decade. Rod won yet another batting crown this season, his 6th in the last 7 years, and 7th overall. Only Ty Cobb and Hans Wagner have more. The Minnesota Twins first baseman is the recipient of this season's final Gillette Special. Well, friends, it's been a wild and wonderful season. So look for us next year on This Week in Baseball. Goodbye, everybody.